Hello, Colts Nation. What's up, No Horsing family? Back at it again. As always, No Horsing Around is brought to you by our amazing sponsor, Wager Wire. Y'all have heard me talk about this all the time now. Wager Wire is a first of its kind app, sports betting site, however you want to look at it, where not only can you place bets, but you can get in and out of all your futures all season, which is amazing. I wish I would have had this when I bet for the Colts to win 10 games at the beginning of the year. Could have got out of it. Instead, I lost money. WagerWire could have helped me, just like they can help you. You can even trade game lines all the way up to the moment the game starts, which is amazing. It's going to change it forever, you guys. Make sure you go over, follow them on Twitter. You'll see it scrolling across the bottom at WagerWire. Check out their Twitter spaces while you're at it. They pop up and down all the time. They're amazing. They're by fans, for fans, discussing everything from football to baseball to soccer to wrestling. It's pretty cool. Make sure you go over to their website too, wagerwire.com. Drop in your email address because the app that they're going to drop is amazing and it's coming very, very soon, you guys. We're really excited about it. So back at it again, you guys. Had to drop kind of a quick one and kind of one that I wasn't expecting, which was Eric Bieniemy earlier. But we want to talk about today on this episode, we want to touch on kind of the hot candidate, the one that we've all heard about, right? That's Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. I was listening to the radio this morning and they were talking about it and said, when was the last time you can remember a Detroit Lion coordinator being like the hot dude? This guy's 36 years old. He is the name. He's interviewing I think he's interviewing Panthers, Texans, Colts. Don't think he's doing the Broncos. He's everywhere, right? And he is the name. He is the hot young offensive coordinator that we've heard about, right? So let's kind of delve in a little bit, try to give a little bit of background when it comes to Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, first year offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, and the dude was amazing. Look no further than a couple of games, right? He's the one who called the play on the throwback pass to clinch the game to Penei Sewell, which was kind of crazy. He's also the one who called kind of that weird end around toss thingy that ended up clinching a 9-win season and knocking the Packers out of the playoffs. From what we've heard, he is uber smart. He is also very motivated. He coached tight ends. He's been an offensive analyst. He's been a quarterbacks coach, an assistant quarterbacks coach. He's been really heavy on the offensive side of the ball, which is what a lot of people want. I think that's why he's the hot name. He is the young guy. He's 36. He's kind of that whiz kid. You want to pair him with the young quarterback, right? But one of the things that we've heard a lot of coming out of Detroit is he's kind of got that Dan Campbell rub to him, right? That Dan Campbell ability to lead men, which is a big thing right now. It's a huge thing for the Colts. It's a huge thing for Irsay and Ballard. It's what they're looking for. And that's what's been reported for him. Let's kind of delve a little because he's been an offensive coordinator for one season. So I think the concern a lot of people will always have is what kind of staff can he put together? So yet again, as we've done with these videos and these episodes, did a little bit of deep dive, get a little bit more of an understanding of where he's from and what he could work with. He was with the Dolphins for a long time. I think it was 2012 to 2018. And in that time, he coached under Joe Philbin, Dan Campbell as an interim coach, Adam Gase. So kind of an interesting eclectic blend, right? A cool connection. I found this, but also Zach Hicks talked about it on Locked On Colts, and it was kind of piqued my interest. Shared a room with Clyde Christensen, right? So a lot of people who don't know, that was like the dude, right? Like quarterback coach, kind of the the stucco guy for the Colts. High praise for him. A lot of Irsay obviously knows him, was in the Colts building for a long time, right? And he coached with him. And then I found this, and I thought this was super interesting. Shared a room and was a quarterback's coach underneath Zach Taylor, the current head coach for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I thought that was really interesting. He's got kind of an eclectic blend. He could pull maybe a little bit from that Zach Taylor, Sean McVay tree, that Dan Campbell. He could maybe delve into, a little bit other areas. The staff is a question for him, really. But as far as his mind goes, and as far as being an offensive mind, a lot of people in Colts Nation, this is the dude, man. This is the number one guy. We've talked about Jim Harbaugh. That a lot of people that has that as number one. If you don't have that, a lot of people have Ben Johnson is right there, number one. We did a roundtable with Bring the Juice, and he was a one for a lot of people. He's hot for a reason, right? I want to hear from you guys, right? What do you guys think of Ben Johnson? Like I said, a lot of people want him. Do you guys want him? Make sure you guys drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. As of the recording of this, the Colts are interviewing him on Friday. I'm not sure if it's in the morning or the afternoon because they have two of them on Friday, right? They have Ben Johnson and they have Raheem Morris. So, and we've already, if you have not yet, go back, check that video out. We did Raheem Morris a while back, a couple days ago. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, I'm not going to say no. I've told you guys, I think it's super interesting. I think even with the addition of Eric Bieniemy now, I love the list. I'm shocked at how much I actually like the list of the candidates that they've brought in. It is a very quality list, which is what we weren't expecting. And all of them have accepted interviews, right? All of them. I'm going to say this. I didn't say this at the Eric Bieniemy video, but I said I would say it every time. Open mind, you guys. Ben Johnson's the number one. He's a young guy. That's a concern for some people, but you go in with the open mind, like Ballard said in his presser, right? You do not go into this with a destination in mind. A lot of people said he thinks they were talking about that with McDaniels. He was hyper focused on the offensive guy for Andrew Luck. He wanted McDaniels. He set out to get McDaniels, and he passed up on Mike Vrabel. And I think that's one of the things that he kicks himself for. And so you want to be open, bring these guys in, see what they do. Listen to them. The example I used last time, and I use it again, 2007 Pittsburgh Steelers, right? They were going to hire Ken Wisenhunt, who ended up not being a good head coach. They thought about hiring Russ Graham. And at the last minute, brought a guy in kind of as supposedly a Rooney Rule interview. And it's Mike Tomlin, who's never had a losing season, been to two Super Bowls, won another. I mean, and they were blown away by him and hired him over everybody else. That's what you're looking for. Like, that's why I'm loving this list. I love the idea of Ben Johnson and the creative offense that he runs and seeing what that could do with a young quarterback. But I want to hear from you guys. As always, I always want to hear from you guys. Please, you guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell because these come out all the time now because apparently we're interviewing everybody and it's amazing. So make sure you ding that bell. Make sure you drop the comment. And as always, you guys, I love you. I know Zach loves you. Go Colts. I'm out.